Concert Crew Podcast, we back again.
Yeah.
Today, we talking Me Against the World,
Let's go, baby.
25-year anniversary.
Oh, my.
Tupac's third album. Me Against the World. So we're going to talk about this album, its impact in hip-hop, everything about Me Against the World, 25. But fellas, right off the top, the climate in hip-hop in 1995 leading up to this album, how was it at that time?
I guess it was peaking with the East Coast, the West Coast. Everybody was thriving.
This is when New York was kind of snatching it back from the West at that time.
Yeah.
So that was what, right after Doggy Style came out, 94?
93.
93. All right. So this was just come back with, we got the Wu-Tang Clan, we got Pac coming. So you hear rumbles of Nas. So now you dealing with Pac coming. That was a huge album coming at that time to bring the East back.
Yeah, I agree. You got, this is 95, 94, you got two classics, Illmatic, Ready to Die. Also, the South is bubbling. Outkast just came on the scene. I agree with you, Tez. Snoop and Dre with Death Row was still hot, but East Coast was like, okay, we taking this thing back with certified classics, and then you got the Wu brought the hardcore back. So and then you got this Pac situation right here.
And this was a very big album, but I think it would have been so much bigger if he was home to do what he wanted to do with this album. But for him to drop such great material like this and then in jail facing all the situations leading up to it and then finally getting in, this was huge. This was like, damn, when this nigga coming home?
He was definitely heavy in the news. And,
yeah.
Everything going on with the rape case and all that.
I think this kind of helped push the album, though. Him being in jail, people wondering what he got to say.
Controversy
sales.
You got to think he was actually, this is Pac's first classic to me. So coming off them two subpar albums, they were huge songs. He had huge songs. Brenda Had a Baby.
Albums.
Brenda Got a Baby was a huge song. Then you had Keep Your Head Up and I Get Around. Those were huge, but there was no good album yet.
Yeah.
So then you came with this right here, and I think this solidified him.
Now, y'all touched on it. Let's talk more about Tupac at this time, because like Sean said, this was a very controversial time for Tupac. So, like in the 2 years leading up to this album, Tupac had a lot going on, and it wasn't just music. It wasn't just
what my man Jay say when he was like spitting at the cameras. This is around this time.
Yeah, but you got to think he's still shooting at the cops at one point.
He shot it to what they call them off-duty police officers. But there was a lot of corruptness going on, so he got off of that.
Alleged rape case.
Yeah, but mind you, he's convicted at this point.
He got shot. Just because. Well, yeah, I guess.
Court-wise, he got convicted.
He was shot at this point.
He was shot. No.
He was shot after this.
No, he got shot after this.
He got shot and then went to West Coast, or he got shot, went to jail, then went to the West Coast. Because remember, they bailed him out of jail and took him over to the West Coast.
Hold on.
He got shot first, then the album came out.
He got shot first.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Because he was filming.
I'm twisting the dates.
Above the Rim. Above the Rim. Yeah, he was filming that movie. So at the time, he was a movie star.
No. Here's where I'm confusing. He actually recorded this album before he actually got shot. This album was recorded before he got shot.
Yeah.
And then it came out.
But it came out afterwards, but he recorded it before he got shot.
I know he got shot before he went to jail.
Yeah. He got shot in November, and this album came out at November of 94. He got shot. This album came out March of 1995. He also, Tupac. Do we all feel like Tupac was a star at this time?
Yeah,
in hip hop,
absolutely.
But I think this album kind of made him a star.
Nah,
I think he was a star.
You know what made him a star to me? Juice made him a star. To
Well,
me.
I'm talking about musically.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
He's a star in general, though.
I'm thinking he's just a star because I mean, Juice made him a star. That was a breakout role. Then he, like you said, he had Brenda's Got a Baby, I Get Around,
Keep Your Head Up.
Keep Your Head Up, big songs.
Poetic Justice was out.
Above the Rim came out.
Above the Rim came out.
Above the Rim's out.
94.
He's bubbling. So between both realms, he's
By
a
the time he
star.
got to this, he was a rap superstar. By the time this album dropped.
And then I agree that it's not a classic, but Strictly for My Niggas went platinum. So the people was,
Straight for My Niggas had 2 songs.
but I mean,
maybe 3.
People loved it. So platinum then was a big deal. Just to go one time platinum. He also he was sentenced to 15 days in jail for assaulting the Hughes brother, Alan Hughes, for because he's supposed to be in the Menace to Society movie.
I'm about to say
too.
Larry Hughes, but
And then you gotta realize that all this came out too. Thug Life was out.
Thug Life
You know
was
what I'm
dope.
saying?
I'll be
Thug Life-
honest, I didn't catch on to Thug Life until after I heard this. I had to go back to get
Thug Life straight, straight classic tracks on there.
It got some classic tracks. It's a classic though.
Nah, due to the time frame of good music, I'll say it's a classic, but it's not a classic album.
It got some
You know what I'm
classic
saying?
songs on there. I can't.
The
get
classic
classic
songs bring you to classical times, what makes
Bury Me a
the
Gin.
actual album.
Bury Me a Gin, Pour Out a Little Liquor.
Pour Out a Little Liquor.
classic.
Classic.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Classic.
Because Pain wasn't on that. Pain was on Above the Rim
That was
tape.
Above the Rim. Yeah, the tape. Yeah, that's a classic for
I
sure.
love that beat too.
What did you expect from Tupac leading up to this album?
To be honest with you, I didn't expect much because of the previous 2 albums. So I knew Dear Mama was the first song, the first
Single. Yeah.
So that was a hit. But I was like, all right, he gonna give you 2 hits and that be that. But boy, was I wrong.
I honestly wasn't expecting anything because I haven't liked his whole albums up to this, so I wasn't expecting anything. No, I wasn't expecting. I was expecting. I knew he was going to probably have some hit songs on there because he had a trend of that. But an album, I wasn't expecting anything.
But go ahead.
I was expecting what sound he was going to have, being as though he was locked up, because we really never knew if the music.
Remember though, he
existed.
wasn't locked up though.
I know, but we never really knew if the music existed. We just knew that he was creating, but we didn't know if this album was really in place. So we was thinking, they gonna give him something, because you know how we thinking back then. They gonna let him use a studio in jail, shit like that.
I was a kid.
You know
There's
what
no
I'm
way
saying?
I'm thinking about that.
I'm just wondering how he gonna make the album. I'm not thinking that he's so far advanced that the album's done. That's just me, because I'm thinking how albums was done, during this time, was they actually creating, but somebody go to jail, you like, damn, I know they ain't making no more
Never
songs.
coming
But
out.
unfortunately, he had a whole album. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm more worried about the sound. Like, man, how is this album gonna sound with him in jail? But this was a straight classic off the rip. I never got tired of playing this album.
Well,
I played this joint several times, like just letting it play over and over again.
Well,
even the bad songs.
Me Against the World was released on March 14th, 1995 on Interscope Records. It was recorded from 1993 to 1994. The album was recorded at 10 different studios in New York and California. Enterprise Studios, Unique Studios, Sound Castle, Pure Studios, Mob Boss Studios, Echo Sound, Encore Studios, 12 Track Studios, Westlake Audio, and the infamous Quad Studios. It featured production from Easy Mo B, Johnny J, Tony Pizarro, Shock G, and more. The album was recorded. This is important. It was recorded before he was shot on November 30th, 1994 at Quad Studios. Let's get right into this album. The first track is an intro. It kind of laid the controversy out there, everything that was going on.
Basically like the news clips.
It did include him being shot, so maybe people did think it was a little closer because of that. Maybe it was done afterwards, because which was smart. I mean, marketing wise,
Controversy sells.
Absolutely.
Man. You in the news, you better have something about the news on.
It talked about him. It talked about him with the police officer. It talked about him checking himself out the hospital. Pretty much just kind of just pretty much talked about all the controversial stuff. The first actual song is track 2, "If I Die Tonight," produced by Easy Mo B.
It was a solid song. Not one of my favorite on the album. But not saying it was whack. It was a good song.
It was a nice album opener. I like the beat and the lyrics.
Definitely.
Liked it.
This was that New York sound around this
Well,
time, man.
Easy Mo B
was on everything.
Remember, he was heavily on Ready to Die too.
So for that song to open it up after we know the shooting and all of that, it kind of made sense, and it was a dope song. One of my favorite as well.
Track 3, Me Against the World, featuring Drama.
Me and what's the world,
They're featured. They're actually on the track listing as Dramacidal. That was actually Outlaw's name before they actually became named the Outlaws. They was called Dramacidal, but that's the same thing as the Outlaws. But Me Against the World, track 3, produced by Carlin and Soul Shock.
And this is one of my favorite songs on the album. Just the title of the song just said so much at the time. You had so many people getting that tattoo. It made me not want a tattoo. But this was a straight up classic, man. Straight up classic track, man. It meant a lot. And I think a couple songs off this album was in Bad Boys movie, the first one.
That one was.
Was that Bad Boys 1 or 2?
Bad Boys 1.
Bad Boys 1. That song was.
Bad Boys 1. So
Was that on the soundtrack or the actual movie?
It was in the movie.
Yeah. In the movie.
Yeah, I like Me Against the
They
World.
played it
man.
when they was going into, I think, in the precinct or something.
Yeah.
I like Me Against the World with the hook, the girl singing on the hook. I think it's dope. I like it. Outlaws did their thing on there. I like the song. Track 4, So Many Tears, produced by D. Flisno.
Doom, doom, doom.
That was the dark shit, man. That beat right there was amazing, man. Pop.
That
Stevie
Stevie Wonder sample.
Oh, my goodness.
This is one of my favorite songs. This is one of my favorite top 3 songs on this album.
Yeah, this is a hit song too.
That's one of my favorite.
I felt this song.
That's one of my favorite Pac songs of all time.
I felt this song. And the thing I like about this song is this song was lyric driven. It wasn't about the beat.
Yeah.
It was about like what he was saying. Like he said, inside my mind couldn't find a place to rest until I got the thug life tatted on my chest. Tell me, can you feel me? That's all hard, man.
One of the last. Just be the first to blast.
Yo,
Remember Cato.
I love his lyrics on that
See the
song.
seats on the sirens, see the
They
murders
got
in
that
the
Stevie
street.
Wonder
Now, rest
sample
in
on there
peace.
with the harmonica.
And then remember, the video was controversial too because he wasn't in the video. It was just like playing clips of like him.
So
it
he's
was,
in jail at this point.
Yeah, he was when the album came out. He was in jail because it was kind of dark.
He wasn't in none of his videos for this album.
Nope, none of them. The video was real dark though. It had like a dark, like kind of like theme to it, kind of.
Nothing was in focus.
Yeah, and it's the second single off the album, and I the production was cool, but I just feel like the words,
His beat was
his
tough,
lyrics
dog.
stood out though.
Yeah.
Song, it's a great song, I like it.
Classic.
Track 5 is Temptations.
Yo,
produced
Mo
by
B, man.
Easy
Rock
Mo B.
that shit, man.
Classic.
Hey.
Yo, I tell you this: Pac had a great ear for beats. Like
Give him the finger.
he knew how to choose some good beats.
This was the third single off the album. Honestly, I like Easy Mo B, but I wasn't really big on this song. Honestly, I wasn't really big on Temptations.
The video even made it even better.
I remember the video with the hotel.
Everybody was in
Coolio. So it was a whole
Jada.
bunch of-
Jada Pinkett was in
Jada
there.
Pinkett.
Bill
Salt and
Bellamy.
Pepper?
One Salt and Pepper in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
Tell me, baby.
over the years it got better, but when I first heard it, I don't know.
don't know, man.
I don't know. It wasn't my
The
favorite.
crazy part is that they did the remake to this, Murder Inc. with Nas on that joint.
Was that
Which was bad.
No, that shit. That was Nas on
with
there.
that Pain? I thought that was Pain.
No,
That was-
no.
That was so many tears.
With Ashanti, So Many Tears.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, that song was hard though.
Yeah.
Well, with Ja Rule and Nas, I like that, and Ashanti, I like that
was
song.
alright.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, just because it was a
was
pop
Then it was
song.
me.
Some shit ain't supposed to be touched.
Suge gave
Nah,
it.
that shit was
Suge
tough.
gave it his blessing.
Yeah, I know. Hey, yeah, of course he would.
but Afeni didn't. So.
Track 6 is Young Niggas, produced by Mo Z.
This was one of them tracks where he was showing his lyrical exercise that he can jump on like different beats. You know what I'm saying? But like it's not one of my favorite songs. But at a time after three to four bangers after that, I can accept this.
It's an album filler. It's cool.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna call it a filler. It was a cool record. No, not one of my favorites on here, but it was alright.
He breaking it down to you though. He giving the G to the young niggas.
I think he always
letting
speaks.
you know.
There no lyrical exercise.
What?
That's not.
Oh,
that's not who he is.
I'm not using. It was a Jay-Z lyrical exercise. I'm just saying the way that he was showing you that he can rap. He was killing this joint talking to the young niggas. How you not appreciate that? He giving game to him.
It was good. It was good.
The only thing that kind of threw it off was my boy Aaron Hall on the hook. You know with the. You know what I'm saying?
That's not one of them songs I go to on this album.
Nah, absolutely not.
Go-to song.
But I don't be mad when it come on.
Nah. Track number 7, Heavy in the Game featuring Richie Rich, produced by Sam Bostick and Mike Mosley.
It's called a super skip for me, brother. I never really listened to this song.
This is
Richie,
this is the Bay Area sound. That
Rich
Bay Area
Baby.
sound.
Is that sound?
It's the Bay Area sound for sure.
Is that double R? Richie Rich Baby.
Richie.
Was that song?
Not my favorite.
This was
though.
definitely recorded out in
I
Cali.
can't get past that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a Cali
recorded
joint.
out in Cali.
Definitely Bay Area, but this is not my favorite though. Not my favorite at all. What about this one, Freaks?
It was all right. It was all right.
Track number 8, Lord Knows, produced by Tony Passero, Brian G, and Mosaic.
To be honest with you, and this might be weird, but this is my favorite song on this album. Lord Knows, like, damn, another motherfucking funeral, and then a beat drop. Yeah, this is my favorort song on the album. Yo. Lord Knows.
This is another great song to me. I felt this one too, man. Lord knows, Lord knows.
This is definitely in my top. This is definitely in my top 5 songs on this album.
This what made me go get a tattoo though. My first joint,
Lord Knows joint.
Yeah, Lord Knows. Yeah.
Wow, that's deep. That's powerful. Then it made you.
I mean, it just say Lord Knows on there. It ain't no.
I mean, but still,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Oh, you ain't get the pocket.
No, I ain't get the lyrics.
Thug life.
But no, but Lord Knows is it.
Yeah, I love Lord Knows. That's a dope song. Track number 9, Dear Mama, produced by Tony Passero.
Classic.
You are appreciated.
Like this song, this the song on the album that I probably know word for word, but this wasn't my favorite track on there. It wasn't top 3 to me, but I know this song word for word just because this was played especially Mother's Day. This is played all the time.
This is a
This
classic.
is just like the whole poetry of what he's saying is just beautiful, man. That's hip hop right there.
That's
man.
definitely the go-to mother song right there.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
My
Like
mom-
a
my
lot of
mom-
people, a lot of people had them. You know what I'm saying? But this one was something that touched because if you have ever, for those who mom wasn't in that type of life, and you seeing your other friend's mother in that type of life, he was talking about that, man.
Well,
he was talking about the struggle.
This right here was for those who, you know, at one point might have been ashamed of, you know, the addiction or anything, the struggles that their mother had. No matter what, you appreciate it. Yeah. You know what I mean, you gave me life, so I appreciate you. So this is one of them songs, man, that I mean, that opens your eyes up to a lot, man. But this is one that's his biggest hit on this song.
I mean, just think about.
on this album.
Think about what you said, Taz. He said, and even as a crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama. That is powerful right there. This was the 3rd single on the album. To me, it's one of the most powerful hip hop songs ever made. As far as a message,
Mom, man.
It ain't easy trying to raise a man. So, you know what I mean? That lets you know, like, look, man, all this shit you giving your mom, dog, like, you making it
Always
hard,
was
man.
committed.
Yeah.
a poor single mother on welfare. Tell me how you did it. There's no way I could pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate. My mom ain't even like hip hop, and she loved this song. She didn't even listen to hip hop.
That had to be the biggest song.
I bought her this as a single one year for Mother's Day, and she loved this song though. And you got to understand, moms ain't even coming from the same. Everybody gonna have the same life as a Phoenix Shakur, but they felt it though. Right. As a mom, they felt what he was saying.
Mean, it wasn't
That's
even
powerful.
a drug, but your mom might not be a drug addict, but you might have seen your mom struggle.
Right.
You know what I mean? To raise you, and your siblings. So
it's a powerful song, man.
But then also the video, that definitely really brought it home.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
damn, man.
And his mom was in the video, so that was dope. Like that was very powerful, and she was like sitting there. Like pregnant and
in
jail.
Yeah.
That's powerful, man.
That's another video he wasn't in.
He wasn't in no videos for this album.
Yeah, you said that already, Sean.
No, I was thinking. I was like, was he like?
He wasn't in no videos for this album.
It was locked up. Sean.
Yeah, I know.
Straight
but,
locked up. Interscope, like we gotta go. Like, we'll make something work. This kind of like a first where the artist wasn't in like nothing, and he still was moving units.
This during this time, man, like you had to appreciate hip hop at this time, man, because the albums that was dropping this year, and then like them past 2 years was so like it was bringing everything back over here.
They wasn't bar and punch. I mean, those were bar and punchline driven. This dude was actually just speaking. Poetry.
Yeah, man.
I
It was
agree.
a different.
I agree.
It was a high value. It was a high value quality of songs, man, that became worldwide anthems.
Keep your head up, part 2, man.
Yeah. Track 10, It Ain't Easy, produced by Tony Pizzero.
See the penitentiary.
That beat, man,
Stay free.
from the rip.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. I think this song. I think this song is slept on for this
Keeping it
album.
real.
I think this song. This is one of my favorite songs in this album. I felt this one right here. That beat is crazy, man.
Yo, on the come in.
Oh, how he coming on the verse, killing it, man. Yo, he killing it, man. I love this song. It ain't easy being me. Will I see the
a shot at
penitentiary
Hennessy.
or will I say free?
Strong enough to face, man.
Yeah, I like this song. This song's dope, man. It ain't easy. That I felt. If you listen to his bars on here, I felt
I'll
that
drink
joint.
to that one. Goodness.
Track number 11. Can You Get Away? Produced by Mike Mosley.
Sun in the air.
This is
my
like
shit.
this is like the
That's the
song.
remake,
This is like the song
This
for the
nigga
lady.
put the song on his ear.
What was the that was Frankie Beverly.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
feelings
Yeah.
in the air. Yeah, that's a remake.
Man, he talking to her too. You can't get away.
Yeah.
I
He said, what's wrong with your eyes? Why you got on glasses?
Yeah, that's
It fit the album.
the girl, the joint for the ladies for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, damn. I just like the song. You talking about for the ladies.
fit the album.
Track number 12, Old School, produced by
like the
Soul
old
Shop.
school.
That was his homage in New York.
Yo, this is
With
a
the
dope
old
song.
school.
Loved in New
Wait,
York.
wait. That bounce on that joint?
This is like Tupac salute the old school hip hop,
Yeah.
but particularly New York hip hop.
New York hip-hop.
He like
Yeah.
telling that he knew New York hip hop.
He let you know that he like, yo,
he really
this where,
from the-
this
yeah, he
where I'm
really-
at.
yeah.
This is the era I come up under. You know what I'm saying? This is what made me.
Like that last like 50 seconds when he was like paying homage.
Yeah, just talking.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
dope.
That was my shit. I came in
Yeah.
the door. I
Yeah.
said it before.
Yeah.
What more can I
He's
say?
like, you want to party to Brooklyn in the house? Like he killed that shit.
Nah, that was dope. I know New York was loving that. I was loving that homage. What more can I say? I wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't pave the way. That was dope,
like the
man.
old school.
Nothing like the old school. Track number 13, Fuck the World, produced by Shock G.
Who you calling a rapist? Like he addressed that shit right away, didn't
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
You had
hard.
to.
This hard because
You had
he
to.
was going at all his critics,
Yeah.
doubters, right from the jump on this one.
Yeah. And then like this was the last shout. Because if you really notice, he didn't really address it throughout the whole album. This was like the last shout song, like motherfuckers.
Like,
you know
he
what I'm
let
saying?
it go, like,
he
it
let
was
it
on
go,
one.
and it was this song. You know what I'm saying? I do I think it could have been better? Yes, as far as the production.
I think it was lyric driven.
Yeah,
I think it was a
yeah.
lyric driven song. It
But I
wasn't
think the
really about
production
the.
could've- yeah.
I'm Shock G. I don't know shots, but I feel like the lyrics stood out on this.
He was showing love because Shock
I
put him on.
know that's his man. I
You know
get
what
it.
I'm
I
saying?
get it. But
Hump. The boy hump.
but it was lyric hump.
The boy hump.
But it definitely the production was but the lyrics was hard.
It took me a while to even realize that they was like the same people. Humpty Hump.
Two different people.
Yeah, I'm now on some real shit because I never really paid attention to it like that. I'm thinking that's his brother. Or something
But you
like
definitely
that.
was doing that. You definitely was doing the Humpty
You-
Hump.
you-
though.
No, absolutely not.
Definitely
nigga.
was doing the Humpty
Man,
Hump.
get the fuck out of
Yo,
here. You
come
never see me doing a
Yo,
Humpty
you
Hump.
are lying. You was Pac in the road.
My
You
shit
was
wasn't-
Pac in the background.
My
In the
shit
underground.
was not. My hump was fucked up, so I
You
wasn't
was-
doing it.
Yeah, you
I
definitely
couldn't get
was-
it right.
You
I
definitely
couldn't
was
get it
Tupac
right.
in
That
the
was
back
not-
and Digital Underground.
That was not me. That was definitely you. You know that was definitely you. You can tell by your outfits and shit.
The
that
Humpty
you used to
Dance
wear.
was a classic, dog.
Yeah,
I don't care
absolutely
what you
it
say.
was.
Track 14, Death Around the Corner, produced by Johnny J.
Why you bothering with him? What's wrong, Daddy?
Oh,
That song crazy.
This is my
man.
favorite song on the album, by the
It's
way.
hard. This
I
song's
waited a
hard
while
right
to say
here.
this.
This song's hard.
This
right
is one of the hardest tracks on his joint, man. By far the best song to me on this album, man. This was just like a
Song hard.
I see
man.
death around the corner. Gotta stay high when I survive in the city where the skinny niggas die. If they burn me as a G nigga. What? How you start off like that? Like, yo, man.
Yo,
This was,
I didn't like that nigga talking though. Like we was a kid. He's like the dude that was
that's a
talking
movie.
Like, yeah, I know.
That's
but
a
I didn't
movie,
like that
but
shit. I didn't like that.
Yeah, like
he just was.
sample, yeah.
They just slowed it down.
Looking back, it kind of sounded like he seen it coming. Like
That's what
see
made it
death around the
so.
corner.
That's what made it so valuable
This song's
because
hard.
he was speaking into existence
Well,
because
shit, he just
and
got
then after
shot,
just
dog.
got just getting shot. You know
I
what I'm
remember he
saying?
recorded this prior
Before he
to
got
that.
shot.
though.
Well,
So-
shit, he's getting shot up
So
by
I, so I seen Death Around the Corner. Like, damn, I really seen it. Then I got shot.
Yeah.
Then I got shot again. Like, damn.
That's what all the tales of the whole thing of the whole Pac thing disappearing and not really dying. That's where all this shit come back because of how the steps happened in his life and how he was talking about it, like kind of before it happened. But
no need
this
to
was
worry,
one
I
of the
expect retaliation in a hurry.
Yeah, saying niggas gonna go back and go.
Right.
They gonna go back, man.
This
So
song was
this
hard.
was one of the hardest joints, man.
This song
Like,
was like,
I cannot.
This is
I
probably the
cannot-
hardest song on the album.
I cannot, like, say for instance, I'm doing my own little mix or something. I cannot go to this album and not play that song first.
I think this the hardest song. Fuck the World lyrics is hard, but I like this whole song production and beat. That's all hard, man. I mean that song is a hard song. And the final song, track 15, Outlaw, produced by Mosey, featuring Dramacidal, aka Outlaws.
What you want to be when you grow up, rah? I want to be a motherfucking outlaw. That's right, nigga.
This song cool, kind of laid back, but it's not bad. It's a cool album.
This
closer.
was-
I ain't mad at it.
I thought this song could have been on Thug Life.
I
This
didn't like
Outlaw
that dude
song.
on a hook. I wanted to be an outlaw. I ain't like that part. Like,
Outlaw,
That was him introducing them, though.
You should have ended it with
Dead.
15.
You saying Death Around the Corner?
Yeah,
Death Around the
Death
Corner would have been a hard.
That'd have been a good way to end the album.
I don't think he wanted.
the Outlaws killed this shit though.
Yeah.
I don't
They
think he
killed
wanted to
this
end
shit.
it. I don't think he wanted to end it hard because I think he wanted to bring it back. But
Right.
this song is more
Fuck,
laid
It
back.
still was hard, though. This song was hard. Outlaw was hard. Wasn't nothing soft about this song.
No, I wasn't soft.
Yeah,
I'm just
'cause
saying it was the song, the way it was this laid,
Yeah, I feel-
smooth kind of song.
A lot of people
busting
in
if
it,
that's
a lot of
my
people is in
destiny.
their album like that now. They need to stop.
What?
For real with the slow shit.
So, yeah,
stop
that is-
ending your
yeah.
album like that, man.
You
Because
gotta
that
end
make
it on
me
a
feel
high
some
note.
type way.
Yeah, you gotta-
Smoking weed, blasting. That was that shit. He killed that
This
shit.
nigga over there got that joint in his ear, y'all. He is going through it right now.
Yeah.
Man.
Me Against the World received positive reviews upon release. The album debuted at number 1, selling 210,500 copies in its first week. It remained number 1 for 4 consecutive weeks. Tupac became the first artist to have a number 1 album while serving prison time. By 1995, Me Against the World was certified double platinum. And as of September 2011, the album has sold more than 3.5 million copies. In 1996, at the 38th Grammy Awards, Me Against the World was nominated for Best Rap Album, and the single Dear Mama was nominated for Best Rap Solo Performance. Me Against the World won Best Rap Album at 1996 Soul Train Awards. What was the impact of Me Against the World on hip-hop?
Very big.
Huge.
Very big. Huge. It complimented him not being with us in the physical, him being in jail. And then it made more attention go to his situation as far as his case and everything, and people that really seen the talent and wonder why he was in there and boom, boom, boom. And because he ain't had no bail before the
You know what? That's interesting to
he
me.
didn't have no bail before this album.
How do you got the number 1?
So now he get the number 1 album, everything playing out, and now he got a bail.
How do you have a number 1 album in the country? Interscope is moving units, and you don't get bailed out.
But they
Yeah.
probably maybe was like, all right, you know,
He didn't have no bail though.
yeah,
He didn't have no bail at the time. He didn't get the bail until Me Against the World came out, the popularity of the album, and then people started to look into the case and all that, and then all of a sudden he get a bail, and then that's when Suge and them came and got him.
Well,
but they
was
still
probably-
had a chance to get
well,
him, but they was taking too long.
Suge didn't bail him
Suge
out.
didn't
It
get
was
him.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Iovine.
Yeah, Jimmy Iovine,
But
yeah.
but maybe they was like, you know what, you got all this stuff going on, just chill out for a minute, sit in timeout and slow down.
But
He had to be a real motherfucker.
do you
Pac
think
still
do you
be real,
think
'cause you-
that him being out would be more valuable? I mean, for them to push the envelope,
Cast.
it seemed like they was just chilling. Like, nobody was really like, all right, you gotta go to jail. You gotta go to jail. It wasn't like Pac gotta go to jail. We gotta get him out. It seemed,
I mean,
like it was an
mind-
urgency though.
maybe they seen the way the album was doing, and it was like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't the Pac. This ain't the Pac,
Pac
from
that
the
we
previous
used
two
to.
albums.
Yeah.
This motherfucker got a hit right now. We got to go get this motherfucker because he gonna be a motherfucking gold mine. Because everybody's fucking with him at this point. Like, you know what I mean? He's still. I mean, I guess he's coming off the L.A. way with them other two albums. But now he got New York in there. He just did a fucking a paid homage to the whole fucking New York.
I
City.
wasn't the LA wave, it was the Oakland wave. It wasn't. He wasn't
Okay,
doing
well,
LA yet.
I mean,
Oakland,
yeah,
Oakland had a
I'm sorry.
different sound.
That Marin City.
And at Oakland, you can hear it. The track.
Yeah, the Richie Rich
Motherfuckers
song.
gonna see me in my casket, jealous motherfucker.
I think everything was. I actually think everything was like gangster and hardcore, and he brought it back with like an introspective kind of album. He kind of like changed the wave a little bit. The lead single was about his mom. Wasn't nobody doing that.
but
That's different.
That's what
That was
niggas-
real though.
I know it was real, but I'm saying nobody in hip hop had the kind of pull or clout to do a song about their mom and that joint hit. Like nobody could do something like that. You might come to the record label and be like, "Yo, I want my first single to be about my mom." Like what? They don't go talk about some hardcore stuff. We ain't putting that
I
out.
mean, that just balance. That kind of balanced the album. But the nigga was a thug for real, like tattoos and all that shit. He was still Tim Boots and all that shit talking.
But it was like being introspective from a street kind of perspective about it though.
So
So
he
it
was
was
a Gemini though, so we showing both sides of it. Like, like I can be this thug, but then it's like I still got a soft heart. You know what I'm saying?
Zodiac, man.
That's what he is. That's what he is.
So if he's a motherfucker Aquarius, he can't.
But moreover, the history and the already ups that he got for making songs like that. So it wouldn't have been hard following Brenda's Got Baby for him to come in because he fought for Brenda's Got Baby. He actually fought for that track.
And then I mean, keeping your head up,
Lord
like
knows.
keeping your head up is.
And then then keep your head up and all that. So with him saying the Dear Mama joint, it was right on time. You know what I'm saying? It fit the moment. And then at that time, you know, he incarcerated. You feel me? So it's like, all right. But they didn't, you know.
This dude is jamming out to me.
Yeah.
Well,
He got me against the world on right now, y'all.
Turn into Pac.
It's dark here. Hold up, freak.
The Henny up, Henny. We got that Henny flowing for Pac today, man.
What did this album do for Tupac's music career?
Oh, man, took it to another level, man. It showed his creativity for what the next level of the next album that he brought. I knew for a fact that it was going to be on a different level. And I just, man, this was one of the hardest albums, man. Then following Biggie, because Biggie came out after this, right?
He came back before this.
Before
this,
I
but
mean, Nas came before this.
Well, yeah. Well, him following them albums, it was like it was coming right back, and that's why the beef ain't kind of make no sense to me. But
Well, I mean, it was deeper than them. It was way. It had nothing to do with them.
It had nothing to really do with them, but it didn't make no sense, man. And I was just thinking, like, damn, if that would have never happened, the page that they were on, and man,
I mean, but you gotta
East
think-
Coast had it fucked up.
Pac is emotional at this time too because he getting shot. He don't really know who
No,
shot
yeah,
him. He cool with Big, but then the New York niggas. You know what I mean, the gangsters in New York and all that shit. They the ones who got at him. So he like, man, what the fuck?
Who
like,
can I trust?
Yeah, who can I trust? So, I mean, that opened up everything for like I just paid homage to this motherfucking city, and this how y'all do me.
Yeah.
Like no, but this right
how
here
it
helped
is.
solidify him to who he was because he had the hits, but then like you said, he got the movies, he got all that shit he dealing with. Like now he the top. Ain't no other artist fucking with him movie wise.
Yeah.
So now he finally give you a classic. So now Illmatic's a classic, Ready to Die's a classic,
Yes.
and now you got Me Against the World. So
Classic.
that's the top 3 right now.
That's top 3 people
Yeah.
rapping, and they all had classics
Yeah.
at this time.
Because he definitely has like single wise,
Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
but Jay-Z wasn't.
Jay
out
Z
there.
wasn't in the picture.
No, time out. No, what was the bar? I thought no. Somebody else said it, flipped it around. I can't
Yeah,
think about
yeah.
it.
Nas.
What Nas said?
Yeah,
No.
Nas said it on Ether.
Somebody flipped it. They said,
He said Biggie, Jay-Z, a Pop.
Yeah, somebody said
Nas
that.
said it on
yeah,
Ether.
That's what I was thinking
Biggie,
about.
Jay-Z, a Pop.
Yeah.
I mean,
But that's funny,
no, Biggie, Nas, and Pac or something like that.
Yeah, but this to
Oh
me.
no, Nas, Pac, and Big. That was the
There
bar.
you go. There
Nas,
you go.
Pac, and
There
Big.
you
Ain't
go.
no refs.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go. To me, this is big for Tupac's career. Like Taz said, this is his first full body of work. Like he had great songs before, but this is when he like here's the album. Like here y'all
Solidified.
go.
Right.
Like and this to me it was huge.
This built the formula.
for his. I already feel like he was a star, but for his music career, this was huge
Yeah.
right here.
This
He needed this stamp. This is a stamp.
This built the formula of him as an artist. I'm telling you, because by him tapping in them certain other lanes that people don't go to, as far as was some disco in it, things of that nature, and rapping over stuff like that, it just was a full body of work, man. And a
When nobody
classic.
saying fuck 5-0 more than Pac though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, I got an example for you. Say Pac died after this album came out. This would be like his Nipsey album. Like it would be like Victory Lap. It would be like, oh yeah, Pac got that classic before
might
he
have to
died.
agree.
Like that would be
I might have
his.
to-
If this was it
But
for
then
him,
again-
he'd be like, yo, Pac
But,
got that
but
classic.
the only bad part
hold
about
on.
that is he had two. I'm gonna say duds before then.
Oh no, they wasn't. They wasn't good albums.
Nipsey?
I don't care what nobody.
No,
says.
talking about
Nipsey,
Pac.
the Nipsey Victory Lap was his only.
Yeah,
album.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
what I'm saying.
would have been like, okay, we know he can make great songs, but now he finally gave us an album
I
before
told
he
you
passed
this
away.
was-
Yeah, but
Pac,
Nipsey
yeah.
ain't give us no great songs like Pac gave us before this album. Pac gave us great
That is
songs
true.
Yeah,
before that.
he did.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, no, not on the caliber of.
nah, not on
Not,
Pac.
not,
on that
not on
caliber.
that caliber.
He had some
but-
good
He had-
songs,
he had
But
but
the time was also different. So it's hard to compare. But I get your theory.
and he didn't know. And
But-
Nipsey
but-
didn't have those
you-
great songs.
but
though, I agree.
You saying great songs? This dude had albums. Nipsey had no prior album. He had
Yeah,
mixtape.
yeah, he
this
had
nigga
mixtapes.
had albums.
He did have them. They weren't good.
You know what I mean? Like, dog, he had Thug Life.
Thug Life was
he-
cool. Thug Life was cool.
No, I'm talking about album though that
Yeah,
came
yeah.
out though.
Yeah.
Like he had bodies of work.
Yeah.
Like All Eyes on. I mean, not All Eyes on Me.
Apocalypse
no,
Now. Strictly from
Above
a
the Rim.
Above the Rim soundtrack.
He had shit on Above the Rim.
He had joints on.
That's That's what gave me the feeling that
Oh,
the
that
album was gonna be
that on
dope.
Pull Out Liquor.
Yeah, that was on. That was
It was on
on.
Thug Life too though.
Yeah,
Great
but it was
song.
on Above the Rim.
Great song.
He got paid for it twice.
Pain.
Pain. Great song.
Did you know that this was Pac's favorite album? You ever
Really?
made? Yeah.
I can see from lyric wise. I mean,
Yeah.
from the lyrics, I can see why he would say that.
Yeah, well, that was his best one until he died when Machiavelli came out.
Yeah.
How does this album measure up to the competition at the time?
Oh, it was there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was there.
It was there. I mean,
It was there.
I don't know if it put.
But you know what?
It
had
didn't put
more
it,
hits.
it didn't put him with Big and Nas to me, but like this was it. It
I
definitely
totally disagree with that because this song have more hit songs on it than Nas first album. I just think that this song has more hit songs on it.
Hit song as far as like radio hits?
Hold
Or
on.
just-
No. I kind of agree with you. I feel like Ray to Die.
Don't do this on his
no,
episode.
Listen,
Don't do this on his
listen.
episode.
No, it's not this. I feel like Ray to Die.
You're going to say that.
No.
You're going to say that Ready to Die is better
No,
than this
listen.
album.
not close.
You're going to say that because you're a Biggie fan.
No, it's
just there.
Listen. Okay, I'm a Biggie fan too, so I guess you're gonna say it's biased. But no, I think Ray to Die and Illmatic are lyrics and production are better albums. But Pac had more powerful songs on his album. That's how I can put it. Illmatic and Ray to Die are better overall albums than this to me.
they consider,
But they don't got Dear Mamas on there.
Illmatic,
They don't got so many
album
tiers.
ever.
Yeah, well,
They don't even consider that his greatest album. I mean, I kind of argue it like between this and Machiavelli to me, but
we're talking about at the time. At the time when all these albums dropped, we're not talking about overall career.
no, I'm not talking career.
Yeah,
either.
yeah, because
I'm only talking them 3 albums.
I mean, to me, like this is like another piece to add to the puzzle of why the '90s hip hop was so great. You had this out, the Woo. You know what I mean? Like it was so much good music out at the same time.
I agree with that,
Everybody
too.
was all cohesive with each other as far as dropping quality products.
But also, I think this album is kind of to me at least. I think this album is his own lane.
It is.
I know, Pac and Nas and Wu and other people were big names and Snoop was big names. But as far as sound, to me, this is in its his own lane.
That's why this album in Machiavelli is sort of everybody's favorite because he exited himself out of everything else of making the good songs and with the people that surround him. He was in a pocket right here, this album. He was in a pocket with Machiavelli. So you're not going to look at, you know what I'm saying? The other two albums, all right, the other two albums, cool. We got what we wanted off them. But this one it started. This was the platform of when he found his sound to me. He found this sound, he found this wave. Now, when he went to All Eyes on Me, he was opening up. He was still being him, but he was opening up to others around him. You know what I'm saying? And he felt some type way about shit. Then when he went to Machiavelli, he was back in his pocket again.
It was bombs away.
He was back in his pocket again, but he was still in attack mode. You know what I'm saying?
On Me that could have went on this album.
What's that? Don't say
I Ain't
Rich
Mad
and
at
Rich
You.
song. Oh, I agree with that. I actually thought about that.
I ain't mad at you, and that's what I'm saying.
I thought like I Ain't Mad at You could be on Me Against the World. I agree with that.
And I Ain't Mad at You is the Dear Mama on All Eyes on Me. And it's to keep your head up on you know what I'm saying? It goes like that. He's going to make that song.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
All Eyes
And
on
that's
Me
what I'm
could
saying
definitely
about
be on
artists.
Me Against the World.
Not going back into
Yeah,
but
man.
listen,
Stop saying shit.
but I ain't
You
going.
too fast.
I'm just using this as an example. I ain't going to stay here too
All Eyes on
long.
Me could be on Me
It
Against
was
the World.
like with Jada album, like
Oh,
how
damn. Yeah, I Ain't Mad You could be on Me Against the World. My fault.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm saying. Damn, Taz, man. This guy gets
All right, we
on-
just gonna skip it.
I can't say
I'll
nothing.
break
man.
that point down after.
I want to get at you before they get us in the comments. What the fuck?
Let's call
talking
Tom. I don't know what he's talking about, man.
I know what you
Yeah.
meant. Dog. I know what you meant. You just be,
I feel like again, nobody. I don't feel like people was giving introspective music on this level. The closest thing I could compare it to would be a Nas, but Nas, even though Nas was beats and rhymes, he wasn't really. It wasn't the power wasn't in the words like a Pop.
It was different. It was poetic and heartfelt with Pop.
Yeah.
Like he gonna hit you where. Know what I mean, where you
need to
vulnerable.
get hit
You
at.
supposed to be a gangster, but he like,
Yeah.
God damn, this nigga, man.
Because
Like, this nigga made me cry.
You gotta feel it. You gotta feel it though, man. So I think
Like,
he was in his own
touching,
lane.
he touching that pain you grew up with, like.
People not making that no more, man. They not making them type songs no more.
So why, in a time that was dominated by gangster rap music, why was this album able to stand out?
Because he showed
This
both
is the
sides of
hardcore
it.
era of hip hop.
At the time it came, because we had everything. We had the lyrical monster, then we had the group with different sounds and using, straight like things from movies, whatever. But actually, thorough rappers of so many styles, maybe 9 to 10 more styles. Then you had the flashy,
Yeah.
still grimy, big boy from Brooklyn with the hardcore players / drug dealer, still rap, but still finessing the ladies. Then you had that real overall sound of somebody going through something, somebody screaming out that's trying to bring awareness to certain things and also making good music.
But
Reality rap.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This has always been the contradictory of Pop, who he was. Like, you're gonna get them heartfelt songs on these albums, and then he'll also hit you with the "fuck the police" or whatever the case may be. Like, he hit you on Machiavelli with the white man's world. It ain't them that's killing us. It ain't them that's killing us. Us that's killing. It ain't them that's knocking off. It's us knocking off.
Yeah.
Jay-Z died too, looking out for Knob Deep, nigga. When I find you, like he gonna do that though. Like that's who the fuck he was as an artist.
He
like,
gonna dress all his enemies.
Right. He gonna hit you with them motherfucking thug songs, and then he gonna hit you with a couple in there with them heartfelt shits. And you like, God damn, man, Pop, you know, man, it's like, but that's who he was. That's what made him a genius, yo.
That's the Gemini in him.
I'm not comparing them as artists because they're not comparable. But remember when the hardcore hip hop came in and it was really popping, and then Kanye West came along and kind of changed, went back to the more emotional, more heartfelt music. Was this that? I'm not comparing Pac, even though they are both.
But
I'm not comparing Pac
when
and
you
Kanye.
stretch it a little, if you notice, when you stretch it a little bit, your head start leaning, your head come out.
But remember, 50 and them was hard. It was hard. Then Kanye came and he kind of changed it up. Like Biggie,
That's what
Wu-Tang
happened.
Clan, it was hard. Then Pac was like, man, we gotta get it back to some
crazy
real
part
stuff.
about Pac was like, not the actor, and he's not calling him a fraud or nothing, but like he could make it more believable than most. So you know what I mean, the shit that he rap about, you would think that Pac like really came up like in a different. You would never knew that he went to art school or no shit like that. You'd have never known that because the way he carried himself and the way he did, you like, this nigga's really a fucking
believable.
thug,
Yeah,
dog.
you got-
like he sold the fuck out of his shit. I mean, he's a monster, dog. He's a monster.
He just had so much. He was artistic. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real.
That's a nice way of coloring that up.
I'm being real. He was
artistic.
artistic. Because at the end of the day, he was going through real shit that made him put on this fuck you face, and
Well,
he was thugged out by.
At the same time, he shot at cops. So
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, he was undercover,
Yeah.
so he ain't under the cop. But you got to think
But
of the way
all
he
for
grew
what,
up with
though?
the militant mindset. With the
no,
Black
no,
Panthers.
he shot,
Yes.
but he shot at them not because they was cops, because they was being disrespectful. He didn't know who they was.
My
but it
point
was
exactly to what a black person.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? So he always, but as you said, the militant
Tula Shakur.
mindset. Yeah,
I mean,
all
the
that
Black
added up.
Panther
Yeah,
movie,
he
like-
came up like that, so he ain't had no fear. Did Interscope Records capitalize off the controversy surrounding Tupac when they marketed this album and put it out?
I don't know about this.
You think it was like exploiting
Well,
Tupac? And remember,
Well,
Jimmy
like,
Iovine's
we just-
behind this.
We just spoke about that though. Like, had all Me Against the World been strictly for my niggas, Tupac wouldn't have got out of jail, in my opinion.
With that album title, I agree.
No, I'm not even talking about the album
Oh.
title. I'm just talking about the movement of the album.
That's a good point.
Like, I like this album took the fuck off, and you can't leave him in jail.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I was saying.
he has to go. We gotta
'Cause he
push
didn't
this
have a
motherfucker.
bail.
We gotta push him.
But why did they feel like they had to push it through Suge though? Why ain't they just say we want to get him out? You think they was thinking about we live in a Me Too time now. You think they was worried about possible backlash, or if it goes through Suge, it's either
Nah, because the
it-
word-
it-
No,
it-
'cause-
it ain't
no,
gonna
'cause-
poss-
because
it's
let's
not
think
the
about
possible backlash. They're not gonna get the backlash because we're gonna send this pawn in there and do it. Like they've been doing this shit for
because
years.
remember, really, Jimmy Iovine's the mastermind behind all of this. He's calling all the shots.
if it hits, we win. If it don't hit, it falls on
Be the
Suge.
best, blaming on Suge.
Exactly.
Like when did you hear Interscope bailed him out? You didn't hear that. You thought it was Suge Knight.
Never until the documentary. Like
everyone
20,
thought it was
20
Suge
years
Knight.
Everybody
later.
thought it was Suge.
Everybody
so,
thought
now
it was
it's
Suge.
the genius of Jimmy Iovine, not Suge.
You're right. He took all that from hell. Like you're right.
It's crazy.
How did Me Against the World shape Tupac's music going forward?
I told you, it put a balance in it, and it structured his whole style. You know what I'm saying? It structured. He
Kinda set the bar for
knew
him.
he knew what worked. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta know what works if you already had two bad situations, but you had hits on them. But they was bad albums. Let's be real. That's my guy.
It's
I'm being hard.
absolutely- it absolutely
They was
was
bad
bad.
albums. It was bad production. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. You know what I'm saying? So once he found his lane, his pocket, it was no way of, you know what I'm saying, of like saying that it wasn't going to work. And then by him going to the West Coast, now he got more sound around him. So for him to implement all that
Well,
into what he had going on, it made it artistic.
I think West Coast was up for grabs at that point. So he went and took that, like New York, like it was a lot of motherfucking gunners in New York at the time. It was heavy hitters. So you go to the West Coast, and not saying he couldn't survive in that because we all know he could. Me Against the World just started the streak for him. Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli, he's dead. So it's like it started the streak for him. Like it wasn't no more bad album pop.
I think it
But the tracks led up to this. The tracks that he was coming out with up to this album. Because the tracks that he was putting on Above the Rim, the tracks that he had on Thug Life, the tracks that he had on both of them albums led up to this moment. And not to mention the tracks that he collabed with. The one that him and Biggie has. They had a song together.
I think it laid the foundation for him going forward. I think this is like, okay, this is kind of like my foundation of an album I can make going forward. I think in the future he just grew with the production. Being surrounded by Death Row, being in a bigger situation, he grew with the production. But I think this laid the groundwork, and then he just learned how to make bigger records and get better beats going forward. And that kind of course, elevated him, of course.
And then you round Beat Machines once you go to the West Coast.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
was around Beat Machine. You had a hungry Daz Dillinger. You got to really look at it because everybody looking at
Just
Dr.
'cause
Dre.
he couldn't have done nothing else. He was done with rapping. He was fucking horrible.
Yeah, but you know
He
what I'm saying?
had Devontae,
Them dudes. Yeah,
Josie.
Dre.
Dre.
Everybody,
A lot of
he had
people.
pretty much
Yeah.
everybody that was hot was trying to get him a beat.
Yeah.
Until Machiavelli came out, then he just like
He went
without California Part 2 without Gas Drake.
Everybody
Nah,
could
he
get
just-
it. Everybody could get it on Machiavelli. It was
Such a
all out
diss.
Shook
war.
shot me.
Yeah.
It was
Like, he
all
hated
out
everybody.
war.
What was the sound like in New York around this time, Pito, when this dropped?
Is this when you was
Me-
getting chased home, or
No, we ain't really.
y'all ain't
Yeah.
like Pac and Queens? Why? He's pretty much a New
We was all
Yorker.
Biggie.
He's from New York.
He's really a New Yorker.
We know.
No, he's not.
I mean, he was born in Baltimore. He spent a lot of time in New York. He ain't from. Only other place you can say he's from is Oakland.
Oh, Pac was
he's a
born in New York.
No, he's born in Baltimore.
We didn't like all the songs.
But he didn't spend a lot. He
When
didn't
he
spend.
born in
I think
Baltimore?
he was born in New York and then
He's
went to
born in New-
Baltimore.
He's born in New York, and then he moved to
went-
Baltimore.
Then he went back to New York at some
Mm-hmm.
around all of his first couple. Well, not the first album, but the second album, strictly for my niggas. He was in New York a lot, and then this album, he was pretty much in New York. Well, I got shot at Quad Studios. He was in New York.
Hanging out with what's the guys? What's them thugs?
Haitian Jack and
Haitian Jack. Yeah, them dudes.
Who's them thugs?
Suburban.
So what's your favorite songs on Me Against the World? Your favorite songs again?
Where do I start?
So Many Tears. Death Around the
He's born in
Corner.
East Harlem.
Yeah.
1971.
Yeah, he's born in East Harlem. I'm gonna go with my sleeper, man. My favorite song was "It Ain't Easy." That's my joint, man. I like "It Ain't Easy," but there's a lot of great songs on
crazy,
here. But
yeah.
"It Ain't Easy," that's my
I
joint.
like all of
man.
them.
I feel
for
that.
real, for real.
You say you like all of them?
Can't say
I like.
all of them.
I ain't saying all. I'm just saying all
What's
the ones
your
that we
you
know.
said,
Is a,
you said "Death Around
if
the
I
Corner"
die
is your
tonight,
go-to?
yeah,
What's
yeah.
your go-to though?
Death Around the Corner is my #1 song I'm going to on this album.
Mine is
That and Lord Knows.
I go Lord Knows,
Lord knows tough.
Temptations, and Shed So Many Tears. My top 3 on this album.
That
But this-
Temptation beat is crazy.
Like
man.
this is my first, of course, Pac album where I was like, yo, this is nigga. But I don't know, man. It's kind of tough between this and Machiavelli. But
So many. I'm gonna go with "It Ain't Easy" because I like that song. But "So Many Tears" is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I think
that
joint is
beat.
tough.
That beat just bring you in.
Death Around the Corner is hard too.
motherfucking
Death Around the Corner is hard too. I like "Fuck the World" lyrics. though.
Yeah,
I think
me, I
the
like Me
lyrics
Against
is
the
hard.
World. If I
Me
Die
Against
Tonight.
the World is dope.
jealous motherfucking bastards want to see me in my cat.
Peter, what's your favorite song on here? You heard any song on
Hey,
here?
hey,
Temptations.
That motherfucker said,
Hey, I didn't know what the hell that was.
hey, hip hop parade. Oh,
I was gonna say because it sounded like Eric Sermon.
Does everybody think "Me Against the World" is a classic?
I do. It's a classic.
Classic.
It's classic.
Pito,
Classic.
No,
It's not a classic.
no.
Why not?
Because he
Classic
didn't
to
like
y'all. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Don't like
There only like 3 songs on there that I like.
nah.
The beats was
You must ain't
corny.
hear it. You must ain't hear it.
A lot of them beats was
But
corny.
it's cool though. We gonna bring you back up
Nah,
to speed.
it-
we'll be taking a
look,
car
we-
ride.
we didn't
He
like
don't, he don't like Pac, man.
I just can't. I was Biggie all the way.
I was too, Pito, but
But
I
was-
I like some of his songs. I just don't like his albums. I don't. A lot of his
So
songs.
you ain't
are
like
corny.
Nas neither.
Who?
Yeah.
I like Nas.
All right.
Because he's
so
from
you
Queens.
didn't. Yeah.
No, not
Well,
because
Queen-
I'm
Queen's
Queens,
biased.
because the beats in Nas' lyrics is good.
I don't believe a word you saying.
Everybody,
Peter.
everybody in the comments and watching this video, please get on Peto
Nah,
at
I mean,
Peto.
dog, like this shit was real. I mean, it wasn't real at this point because they wasn't beefing, really. Like
but-
All Eyes on Me with Biggie and Pac wasn't beefing like that yet. But
They just didn't like him.
Peto was
If you
before the
chose
beef,
sides,
though. Peto was older before the beef, though.
damn, you got to think he chose sides as a grown ass man. 94, he's 30.
Peto chose side.
Pito chose sides. I'm with him.
Nah,
Fuck
I,
it.
just, I didn't.
Still got the Yankee fit.
You know what?
Who
After
else
the
called
first
who
2
but me?
trash albums,
He just
he
he
said,
was
"Nah, I ain't
done.
doing
Yo,
it."
You ain't even listen to them
He
albums.
had his.
No,
he had
he
his.
He had
Yeah,
hits. He had hits all
Yeah,
around
yeah.
them albums.
Brenda's got a baby. I even fuck with what my homies called on that.
That
first album.
Tupacalypse now
Yeah.
is trash.
It was. It was.
That's winding this back around because you turned that thing into a negative episode, Peto. How has this album aged over the years? 25 years later.
Nah,
Aged well.
Every time I go back to it, I listen to it and I respect it, but I don't listen to it as much as I probably should. It's Machiavelli for me, man.
I agree. When I listen, every time I actually sit down and listen to it, I love the album. But I think the album gets lost between Machiavelli and All Eyes on Me. I feel like because those were so bigger, he got to bigger platform on Death Row, and then the controversy behind Machiavelli. I feel like this album gets lost, and then he had different level of production, all that Suge and all that. I feel like it kind of gets lost a little bit, man. I do agree with that.
The only time I hear these songs is on the radio.
Isn't that a good thing?
I changed the channel.
One album is going to get played every year, no matter what. Dear Mama is going to get played around Mother's Day every year. Period. That's a Mother's Day classic forever.
This is
Can't take
that
that.
person we want around right now, though.
Yes.
Word.
As of right now.
Word. Right
Trouble,
now.
he in trouble, though, with Pac around.
Oh, man. He
He
letting them
probably
have
be
it.
arrested, like what he did to Snoop.
He been talking about all this shit though
They'd have
years
killed him.
ago.
They'd have
though.
killed him. They'd have killed him at some point.
Word. They would have had to hit out for Pac. Any albums
What
of the-
makes you think they didn't? For both of them,
They still ain't saw
Who,
his
Bush?
murder.
for him and Big.
Who, Bush? I don't think Bush got him killed. But it's
What makes you think he did?
I
They
mean,
didn't.
the FBI was following Big. That's documented.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Who was the lady, Dolores C. Tucker?
She hated him.
Yo, he let her out.
She hated
Calling
him.
us ladies
Because
a
she-
bitch.
Yo, he's one of the first dudes that actually call people out on records. Like
Yeah.
Pac actually said your name. It wasn't subliminal or nothing. Like
He
said
called
it-
out Quincy Jones. Crazy
But
stuff.
how weird is
Didn't
that,
Ice-T
though?
And that's
do that?
crazy because he's messing with his
I
daughter.
know, yeah.
but no,
Call a
Quincy,
spade a
Quincy
spade.
Jones did say they had a rocky
Yeah.
relationship, but then they got cool after a while.
Of course he would when he can't rebuttal.
Eddie Murphy. Who else he called out? Oprah, I feel like. He was
Remember
weird.
that.
Anybody that was funny, called him out.
Yeah.
Any albums of the past decade that give you a same or similar vibe as a Me Against the World?
You said it. Victory lap. If any,
I
like
didn't think about that, but I can go with that.
Are you saying Vic Rap because he died or just
no, just because like it had a substance
It might
to
be
it.
big.
It had a substance. The Victory Lap definitely had a substance. It wasn't just all about.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't all about just lyrics and bars with him. He had a substance where he was talking about real shit that's going on out here.
Right.
It wasn't just like I'm gonna just kill you with bars, all that
Yeah.
shit. So
That's a good one. I got two more I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with J. Cole 2014 Forest Hill Drive. I feel like that was an introspective kind of album. And I'm gonna go with Kendrick Lamar Good Day, Good Kid, Mad City. I feel like they were introspective kind of albums.
I just don't know. If
I
those
said
albums-
similar, not the same. Not like they got same
okay,
subject
right.
matter,
You gotta
but
address
just a
it.
vibe of an introspective kind of vibe, like speaking from the like outside looking in the situations kind of thing. Like I like those kind of albums,
you
man.
good freak over there shaking your head? You don't agree?
I disagree.
I ain't saying
But,
from
you
a
know,
hardcore
No,
standpoint. I'm
I
just-
understand.
Like,
But
Pac was so
over
much
the
blunt
past,
about-
you said the past
That's in the
decade,
past decade. That's the decade worth for music, not
the past decade,
3 decades.
well, the past decade. But the album that I got is a little bit longer than Me Against
Don't
the
say you're
World.
gonna go with Boo Pop.
Nah. even though I fuck with Boosie, you know Boosie my
I
guy.
actually like Boo Pop.
You know
though,
Boosie,
but nah.
you know Boosie my guy. I'm gonna go with Born to Rap. I'm gonna go with Born to Rap.
The game?
Wow.
The
Okay.
Game. I'm gonna go with that because I think that Game, the Born to Rap album had more of a message than any other his other albums, and then he also came with the tracks. I'm just going.
You gonna do that for me?
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying, man.
Stretch Armstrong, dog.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that because that's one of the albums over the past decade that I find myself still listening to.
It's fresh in the playlist. That was
No,
like
that
last
shit
year.
was
It was like-
I know, but I'm bumping that. I'm still a lot of motherfuckers still not bumping that. Let's be real. You still bumping that?
People was bumping this though.
I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about Born to Rap.
I haven't played it in a while.
That was a
My
good
point
album.
is
But I like
that
that.
was
I
a
like
good
that.
album.
I like the album a lot.
That was one of his. To me, that was one of his most complete projects. After coming off a couple albums, not saying that his couple albums that he came off of was on the level
Is
of the
Born
pop
to
era
Rap
because
Game's
they.
best album?
Huh?
To me, it is. I'm gonna be real with you.
Who?
I like
Born
the
to Rap's his best
documentary.
album. Documentary.
I like
his best
the
album.
I like the
Hands down.
documentary too,
Hands
but I
down.
just think that Born to Rap is more complete. That's just me. That's just me.
Born to Rap's a dope
Everybody's
album.
I
different.
think it's
Documentary's
the most complete in
hard.
a long
He
time.
I just
showed-
think he's shown growth.
He's showing
yeah,
a lot of
And
growth.
Pac
on
showed
that
growth
album.
in this album.
Okay. From that stand.
Yeah.
Game
Coming
had
off
classic
But
albums
the game
before
came out with a classic though. Game
Yeah,
ain't come out
yeah,
with Tupac,
but-
and I'm not
but he-
comparing. I'm not comparing Tupac.
But
to Game.
the shit that Game was talking
Game
on
came
this
out with a
album
classic,
right
though.
here
Is grown man.
It's grown as far as grown man type vibe. Pac gave me the grown man type vibe. I didn't expect that Pac from on this album.
Oh, the Pac people gonna light you up for this one.
Hell, nah. I'm just saying, Pac was on some other
You
shit.
seen this one coming?
They gonna like
I mean, but at this point, Pac's what?
I didn't think
20,
I didn't think he was gonna say the game.
Pac's
That
what,
caught me off
24
guard.
right here?
Hell no.
No, he died when he was 25.
No, that
couldn't
nigga
have been
might be
20 he gotta
21.
be 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, 22. He died when he was 25. 24, 25.
96.
But
This
coming
came out
off
95, so it had to be.
but coming off
Oh,
the
you're right.
but
you're
coming
right.
off the
Yeah,
song.
like-
he hit 24, I guess. Yeah, damn. I'm thinking what they
I
had
was
for a
like,
long
damn,
period of
like,
time.
yo,
That's only a
oh.
year. Yeah, you're right.
God damn, that nigga put a
That's
That's what I'm saying. Like,
damn,
that's
this is all eyes
crazy.
on me.
Like,
It's a
think
short
about
period
this.
of time.
Like, yeah, he put out a lot of work.
And strictly
Well,
for my
shit.
niggas had to be 94, 93,
92, 93.
Wow, he was going back to back to
But
back.
this was released in 95.
Yeah, it was recorded in
Yeah,
93,
94.
94. Yeah, it was released in 90. So they might have actually held it when he got locked up
Yeah.
because they didn't know what to do with it. It might have came out earlier if the legal stuff ain't happened.
Ooh, that would what a year that 94 would have been.
So what is Me Against the World's legacy 25 years later? 25-year anniversary. Tupac.
To be
Classic.
Third
What the
album.
hell
It's
does-
classic,
What,
yeah.
what more can you do
Put
with
it in the vault. It's a classic.
This is the truest to who Tupac was to me. This album right here was the truest. Like if you had to define him, this album would have been it. Not Machiavelli, not All Eyes on Me. It'd have been this one.
Yeah, this ain't. Yeah, I agree because this ain't angry Pac. This is just
This is rapping
Pac.
Pac.
Pac just rapping, giving,
He's
give-
loving the world. At this point.
giving
He
you.
loving the.
Well, it still fuck the world on some of the joints,
Yeah,
but
no.
That's supposed to be because that's never going to evaporate from him.
No, I'm
You
talking
know what
about
saying?
musically.
musically.
Yeah, that's not. You can't never take him. You can't never take that away from him. Him saying fuck.
I
the
don't
world.
think this is Pac's. I don't think this is Pac's best sound, but from his heart, I feel like this is the true Pac. But I feel like sound wise, musically, he grew. But this is Pac's heartfelt to me. This is like him coming from the heart the most.
I feel the
his
same
whole
way.
career.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about what you call him, Machiavelli.
Machiavelli's hard.
I
to
feel the
me.
same way.
Oh,
But because this album in Machiavelli is when he went into his isolation own pocket. It's just that he was a different person than Machiavelli. You feel what I'm saying? He was more.
They let
he
the
was more
beast out.
polished.
They
They
let
let
the beast
they
out,
let the
too.
beast out. He already knew what he was going through, trying to get off death row. All that shit was playing the role.
Machiavelli
You feel what
was
I'm
a
saying?
dark album, too.
Yes, very dark, and
I'm
he
a-
got
I
dark,
don't-
dark track. Death Row around the corner
Yeah,
is dark.
I know it's dark, but I feel like
So
this
many
is
tears is dark.
not
They
as,
are dark songs.
But to me, this album's not as dark as Machiavelli.
no, absolutely not.
I agree.
You think this is the
No,
this is
no.
dark?
I don't think this album is. Machiavelli is hard and dark. Is he angry? He's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
aggressive.
Like
This-
White Man's World and Hold Your Head was like this album, like he got them dark songs hidden on this album. Machiavelli had the woke songs, like they were fewer on that album. So they were hidden on that dark album, where the dark songs are hidden on this. You know what I mean,
Me Against the World.
that makes any
man.
sense.
It's a classic, though. It's a classic. Bottom line,
We'd be here all day.
we all
Like,
agree,
yeah.
other than Pito, that it's a classic. So, young
Get at Peter. Make sure y'all at him.
Yeah, at Pito,
At him,
please let him
please.
have it. All you Pac fans, let him have it. This guy, he doesn't think it's a classic. For you young people that I know y'all know Tupac's name, but maybe y'all haven't heard
Do
Me
your
Against the
homework,
World.
man.
Go back and check out Me Against the World. See what I'm sure it's young people that haven't heard this album at all, because it gets lost to a lot of people. It's not the album when you say, "Yo, I want to listen to a Tupac album." A lot of people are not going to say Me Against the World for whatever reason. They're going to say the album that sold more. But go check this Me Against the World album. Check out where he was at that point in his life and catch his vibes. Classic album. Happy 25-year anniversary. Rest in peace to Pac. Rest in peace to Afeni Shakur. Damn, rest in peace to Fatal. God, man.
Gaddafi.
Rest in peace to Gaddafi. Rest in peace to Johnny J, the producer on here. Wow. Like, it's crazy.
Biggie.
Rest in peace to Biggie, man. Absolutely, man. Salute to Easy Mo B.
Yo, Mo B, man.
One of the only producers that have them on track together. The only producer that had them on track together and produce on for both of them on classic. So Salute to Easy Mo B and everybody involved with the making of
Doing
Me
a little
Against the
rah-rahs
World.
right now.
It's a classic. Yo, make sure y'all go check that out. Check out this album, Vibe with it if you haven't heard it. Celebrate it for its 25th anniversary. You know, we here, man. We're going to keep on celebrating these classic
Yes.
albums, man. And, you know,
Why
we're doing
not?
the Concert Crew
What else
podcast.
we gonna celebrate?
Right.
Corona out.
No.
You ain't celebrating
Nah,
that.
let's celebrate Pac,
What else?
man. Music
You know what I'm
soothes the
saying?
soul, man. This album is a dope album. A
lot
great,
of trash
great body
coming
of
out.
work.
Dear
A
mama.
lot of trash. A lot of trash. But yo, we the Concert Crew podcast.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go follow us at Concert Crew Podcast.
Won't you?
Make sure y'all go on all digital platforms, download,
Where else?
subscribe us. We everywhere. We on YouTube, man. Go check out our videos. We out here. We moving, man.
So we do.
Subscribers
So
on
there you go.
YouTube, dog.
Concert Crew against the
Subscribe,
world.
please.
Concert Crew against
Show
the
love.
world.
You ain't
Concert
got nothing
Crew
better to
against
do.
versus everybody. Yo, we here. We ain't going nowhere. Yo, Pito, hit me with the fader. We out.
Yeah.